Okay. It's been so long since I've posted a YouTube video, but this is going to be more of like a me talking and doing my skincare video, because this particular thing I have been asked a lot. A lot of people ask me this in person, specifically like at office, or when I tell people that I have a 9 to 5, or just like people on the internet who have been following me for a very long time. Firstly, I just want to talk about what like content creation really is. If I had to talk about content creation in general, it lets you show your art on the internet. It makes your art more accessible, and that's what makes you like a content creator, if you post your art online and make it more accessible for people. For me, content creation was just a way I have learned a lot of things. I was just learning a lot of things from it. So how I started was that I used to just post a lot of dance videos and a lot of like skits and stuff, because I realized that that was something that I was like really good at. So when I was showcasing my dancing skills, that's when people sort of really started liking my content and engaging with it and everything. To the point where I was also like posting tutorials at one point. It was just weird. It was on TikTok, but yeah. So I was doing that, and then I started also making a lot of skits. So in my head, I really like storytelling, even if it's like through me acting it out, or if I have to write a script, or if I have to edit a video in a certain way that it tells a story. But I love stories, so I used to like sort of take like a humorous approach to it and make like funny skits and stuff, and I used to post that, which people really liked again. And then Instagram happened. So then I started doing the same thing on Instagram, but now like my way of storytelling has changed a little bit, where it's not just me acting it out in front of the camera. I have really started building an interest of writing it as well, and that's where I think my 9 to 5 sort of comes in. I was posting content during like actually before my college days, before the lockdown even, and then lockdown happened, and then college happened mid lockdown. So till my college ended, I was posting videos on the internet, and then I was like, oh, I should, a lot of people are actually like making this content creation thing a full-time job, so I should maybe try giving it a shot, since I've been doing it for like years now. So I tried giving it a shot. That's when I realized that I was procrastinating. Like, I don't know where my motivation went, and I was just like procrastinating a lot. And I think the main reason for that was that I was very saturated by making content, because it was like a monotonous thing that I was doing for years, and I wanted like a change. See, like creating content has been uh, more of like me documenting and me just like showcasing myself, than me turning it into like a full-time thing where I'm also depending on it to earn money, which was something that I realized I was not really fond of, because I used to get like pure joy from just being in front of the camera and just like embarrassing myself on the internet. So when it became like a serious thing where I was like, okay, I have to depend on it because I get money from it, that's when it sort of like hit me that okay, I don't think I will be able to sustain myself if I make this into a very serious thing, if that makes any sense. I was still like confused to making that decision that okay, do I even want a job? How do I get a job? Like, I'm so confused. I've only done like online internships. So should I start with getting like an offline internship first and then like get into a job? Like, how am I supposed to do these things? And then there was like a reality check that I got, which was my account getting banned, and I realized how much of an impact it had on my every aspect of life, actually, I would say, like my social life, my earnings, like my purpose in life and everything like that, right? So when my account got like not banned, sorry, my account got hacked. That's a separate story that I was supposed to make a video on, and I did not. Like, I tried filming it once and then it just went nowhere from there. But yeah, it's fine. But I will post like a separate video on that, on how like my account actually got hacked by like this random um person from Turkey, and how they were asking me money through Bitcoin and stuff, and all of that shit happened. So it took me like a whole month to revive my account back, and in that month I was like, okay, I have absolutely nothing to do. Like one thing is just like, okay, I'm trying to get my account back, but like if I lose my account completely, then I would of course like start a different account and redo my um I would of course like start another account and then sort of build it again, but it's gonna take a while because my account, like it's been there for like 3 years, and it was like 3 years worth of content and building it to have like a proper community and audience. So if I lose it, I will have to rebuild everything. So I was like, wow, that is still gonna take time, and I'm still willing to do it because I really like to make content. But at the same time, I just also realized how unstable this part of the world is, sort of. And also with along with like me procrastinating it, and not being that much active or not taking it seriously, I also like lack discipline, and I was lacking a schedule also. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do a 9 to 5, and I will try to give 9 to 5 a shot, because why not? Like, if I don't like it, I can come back to something, but that does not mean I'm not gonna try it. And I was literally in my early 20s, I'm still in my early 20s, but I'm literally like, this is my time to sort of experiment with everything that's there, right? And like, before I get a lot of responsibilities and I get older, like this is the time I should start experimenting with everything. And I had done almost everything except like go into the whole 9 to 5 corporate world. So I was like, okay, let me try giving it a shot and all of that. So that's when in that month where my account was hacked, while trying to revive my account, I was also trying to apply for jobs on LinkedIn as like a fresher, because I was just out of college and I had only like thoda sa experience with one or two internships here and there for like 3 months or 1 month, and I was on like online internships. So I was like, I've done internships, let me try to apply for like a fresher's job altogether and see where it goes from there. So then I was applying at a lot of places, and then I found this startup. It was a curly hair brand, and they were looking for a social media exec, and I was like, okay, this is right up my alley, because I know social media, and I will get like an opportunity to handle a brand's social media. It doesn't matter if it's like very small, but they literally had like 50K followers at that time. So to me that was a big deal, because it was literally the same as my account, right? So I was like, it'll be a whole new experience, because it'll still be similar to what I do, but also a little bit different because it's the brand's page. So when I joined there, I told the founder, like I directly had an interview with the founder. So I told her that I am a content creator myself. Right now I'm in the process of like reviving my account, but I also have an agency that I work with, who like manages my collaborations and stuff, and this is like another source of income that I get. So I just want to keep things transparent, and also like sign some contracts, whatever is involved, right? Basically you have to sign another contract than your offer letter, and like be transparent with your company if you are also a creator who's earning and who also has an agency that manages you. So at that time I had an agency. So I told them all of those things, and they were like, yeah, it's fine, as long as your like hours don't mix, and you don't if you're not able to like manage both the things, then that would create a problem. But as long as you're doing our job, or like as long as you're doing your job properly, like we don't have a problem with this. I was like, okay, great. And then I also had like other restrictions, like I can't be on the brand's page as a creator. Like I am not able to show my face on other brands' page, because that's just like equivalent to me collaborating, and then I'll have to loop my agency, and then they will charge them for it, right? So all of that, but which is fine. But yeah, so all of that happened, and then I got a job. Oh my god, this thing just went in my mouth. Now this job required me to literally do everything. Like when they say social media exec, you are also a copywriter, you're also a designer. I couldn't design to save my life, so I asked them for like a designer who's an intern, so I can get their help and do things. But copywriting, getting like people shooting videos in there, so it was okay, wait. So it was a little curly hair brand. They, while selling their own products, they also had a salon of their own. So I was literally working in the salon. So the salon was in the basement, and they also had a little area where I just had one colleague who was just handling operations and I was handling social media, and there was one more colleague who was just taking care of the packaging and stuff and running the salon along with it. So it was just like three people there. I was literally working from a basement, and I was in charge of literally shooting content at the salon, to interacting with the clients, to maybe if they're up to uh, if they're comfortable being in front of the camera and like on the brand's social media page. I was also handling the whole like casting situation, where I used to call people for like barter collaborations where they would get a chance to sort of shoot with the brand, and I was in charge of like scripting all of those ideas for reels and stuff, and like sort of like shooting content there with the models, um, and like coordinating with them, also having like a community. So I was taking care of like their broadcast channel and a lot of people in it. I was also in charge of like editing all the content and posting it on time, and also reposting it on YouTube, and like YouTube shorts and your Pinterest and stuff like that. I was also uh, working with like a digital marketing agency. I was communicating with them for PM ads and stuff that they used to run. So I used to do literally everything that you can think of. Yeah, so within 6 months I realized that I'm just really interested in writing, like, and by that I meant like if I had to write scripts and stuff, or if I had to come up with concepts and ideas and stuff like that. So I just really fell in love with like the concept of writing and scripting and stuff like that, because it was another mode of storytelling which I have always loved. So then I was like, okay, that's something that I'm interested in, and not like everything else that I was doing. So within 6 months I realized, okay, like I am a little saturated from this job, and with the commute being added, like I'm being very transparent here, I was working in Thane, and even though it was just like 30-40 minutes away from where I live, the commute was insane, because people who commute like from Thane or to Thane or whatever, you might know how difficult it is when it comes to being in a local train, getting off or getting on. So the commute was really getting to me, and also just like the place and the vibes. Like I was not able to learn more there. Like I learned enough within the span of those 6 months, but then I wasn't growing that much. I was literally just doing what I already know. So I just figured out what else I wanted to do. So that's how I found out that I'm really interested in writing, and then I put my papers within just 6 months, which of course, like a lot of people will tell you, oh, do not quit within like 6 months, like at least complete a year at a place and then move to the next place, because the next place that will hire you, they're going to be a little skeptical of hiring you, because they will think that, oh, you can't last at a place for a very long time, which is not true. In my case, I already figured out what I wanted to do, and it was like a startup, so there was no growth there. There was not much learning there, to be very honest. So don't worry about that. If you are not feeling up to mark at your job and you just want to leave it within 6 months, you won't be stuck, because I got a job after that, and I explained my reasons XYZ to the other interviewer, and they completely understood my situation, which is why, and it was literally the job that I'm still at right now. So yeah, I quit my job there, and then I just went for like a 12-day trip to Himachal just to like get a refresh, and that was really nice. So I would also suggest, if you are quitting your 9 to 5, do not hop on to a next 9 to 5 within like 2 to 3 days or within a week or something like that. Take a breather. I am pretty sure it's going to help you settle in the new place also, aram se, and it won't feel like a rush or suddenly like you're in a very new place and you don't know what to expect, and the social anxiety and everything. Take a breather, take a month or two off, and then like start applying to your other jobs and stuff like that. But yeah, so then I I was literally giving interviews from the mountains, um and it was really great. Like that period of my life was very fun, but it took me 3 months to get a job, I won't lie. Like on LinkedIn I was constantly applying, but with like just 2-3 months of internship experience and then 6 months of like a proper job experience, like it was still a little difficult. But I was again applying for like a fresher's job, because I did not have like enough experience. So, which is also very weird to me because on paper I just literally had like 6 months of experience, but if you see as a total, I was creating content or I was on social media for like the past 4 years at that time. So, but it was nothing was like official or on paper. I wasn't like working um, for a brand or for an agency, or like I wasn't employed. So on paper it was just like, okay, I have 6 months of experience, which is fair. But I feel like I just do know more, uh, but not in a very corporate way, if that makes sense. I gave my interviews to a lot of places. Like I'm talking Nika, I'm talking Pack, I'm talking Inside Cosmetics, at Book My Show. And let me tell you one thing, despite being a creator, the connections that you make really really help, like they really really help. So while you're a creator, and if you're like a full-time creator also, like networking is the best thing that you can do, even if you want a 9 to 5 job later. So a friend of mine, like I remember shooting for Chroma, and it was a really nice experience because I was going to be like in two DVCs for the very first time, and it was like a little bit of my acting era or whatever, and it was really fun. It was such a great experience, even though like the shoots were just for 3 days. But it was like such a fun experience, and the person, like the people who I met there were very nice, very sweet. The creators and the people who worked for Chroma and the people who were from the agency side, literally everybody was so nice. So I got a good chance to like sort of network there, and also I became friends with um, the person who was handling Chroma's social media at that point, and it was just a very fun conversation. Like I still talk to him, we're very good friends now, and we've literally met like multiple times. So he was basically telling me how he has been consuming my content since TikTok. So when they were to pitch creators for this specific campaign for Chroma, my name sort of popped in his head, and he like recommended them to me, and then that's how I was there. And he was just telling me that he really likes my content and stuff like that. And I was just like, I'm very nosy like that, so I will ask you, like I was asking him like 100 questions and everything about like their job, how do they do, what do they do, everything. Because in that moment I was also looking for a 9 to 5, so I was very intrigued by what he does at Chroma, because he was also in the social media space. So I was looking to like learn more, so I'm just like asking him so many things, and he is like very polite to tell me everything. And I remember straight up just asking him for a job as well, because I was like, oh, I'm looking for a 9 to 5, do you think like I've only worked for these many amount of months and like whatever. So then he actually helped me with so many interviews, not just at Chroma, but also like at other places. Uh, he was just like recommending my name, and I was like landing interviews. But then also people in this industry don't, like people in the digital space, like digital marketing space, do not pay you enough, and it's a sad truth, but it's enough to sort of like sustain you. So um yeah, so I think I gave a lot of interviews solely because of him, and I'm so grateful for landing those interviews in the first place, because it so networking really helps. um, Even if you're a creator, please do network, because you might know, you might not know how, in what way, shape or form it might help you one day. So that's how I gave a lot of interviews at different places, and I was grateful to like land interviews at like Nika and Book My Show and stuff like that. It was only because of him, so all thanks to him. I'm very grateful for you if you're watching this video. But yeah, despite like giving a lot of interviews at other places, things were not clicking. um so either the pay was very less, or somewhere or the other, like I heard like, okay, this place has a toxic environment or whatever. Also, whatever job that you go for, um I would suggest, please go to your mutuals, like text your mutuals if you know they have worked there, or if you know their friends have worked there, or just like try to find information about the company that you're interviewing at from your mutuals, because it really helps. Because things might look really nice, they might give you the money that you want, they you might really like the office environment and stuff in that moment, but if they are really not, like, you'll be stuck there. So I don't want any of that to happen, and I didn't want any of that to happen to me as well. So I was a teeny bit smart, where I was just like literally hitting people up, and I was like, hi, I've interviewed here or whatever. If you have any information about the work culture there and people there and stuff like that, do let me know. And then there have been times where I remember I was about to go give an interview at this one agency, and then I found out that they are really toxic and weird and very like, they will just like exhaust you, and the work like is just problematic. It was really problematic. So I was like, okay, dodged a bullet there. So you will have to dodge a lot of bullets like that. Don't even restrict yourself from like not giving an interview. Please, if they call you for an interview, go there, watch out for yourself, look at places, and then be the judge yourself. Also take into consideration like what other people have to say about that company, especially if they have worked there before. It was a really weird period of my time because I was applying to a lot of places for those 3 months, and it was really insane. I would say a little hectic also because I have major social anxiety, so giving interviews in person was a little bit crazy for me. But yeah, okay. So then finally I also got a chance to interview at this one specific like influencer marketing agency. Now personally for me it was like a very 360 moment, because I am a creator. I work with an agency that's an influencer marketing company, and I was interviewing at an influencer marketing company to sort of work there. So I was like, it was going to be like a whole 360 moment for me, where I have been an influencer, but now I have to be behind people who manage influencers, and that's going to be something interesting. And I would also like learn how they coordinate with brands and work with other brands to get the influencers that those brands needs and all of that, like what's the process behind it and all of that. So I was a little excited, but I was also a little skeptical because I myself in my heart knew that I did not want to do influencer marketing, because I already knew how it works, because I was with an influencer marketing company as a creator, but I was still like in touch with um my own agency, and my own agency was transparent enough to like tell me a lot of things that happen in the company itself, because I had like a bond with the founders and stuff like that there. So I knew like what all already happens. So in my, I don't know, it was like a gut feeling that I don't want to be in an influencer marketing company. But I was like, why not like give it a shot? Like, there's no harm in going and interviewing there, right? So then I went and I gave my interview. It was really nice. But the only issue was that I fumbled that job, and it could literally be the universe giving me a sign that you're not supposed to work here, at least for now. Because what had happened was, surprisingly, one day I was at the gym, okay, and I get this I'm gonna put a little bit of tint but yeah, and then I get this DM from Yashraj Films, okay, saying, oh, we have like an opportunity for you, like there's this movie or whatever coming up, and we're looking for people to audition for it, like new faces and stuff. So if you're open to like audition for it, like come to this whatever place. And I was like, whoa. So I was a little like, what? And then I checked the account, it was from the official account. So I was like, whoa, that's like the, I couldn't even imagine. I was like, how have I landed like a random audition like that? I was also I was also like dipping my toes everywhere. So in that moment I was also giving auditions for like DVCs and stuff. So there were a lot of like casting agencies, companies, whatever, who I used to talk to, and then like I used to send my auditions, and I never used to get selected. It was like a very on and off thing. So when I got this opportunity, I'm like, whoa, this is a little crazy, but like why not? So then when I found out I was like from the official page, I texted them back, and I got in touch with like one of the POCs from there, and they asked me, oh, come and like give your audition or whatever. So I was like, okay, fun, great. So I was called for like 2 rounds, and then the third was like a workshop with the casting director or whatever. And bro, when I went there, it literally felt like I was with like my clones, because literally every girl there for that specific role looked like me, of course. In that, like, that process was going on, right? And me in my head, I'm so confident. I'm like, literally from every other girl, every other 15-20 people there, they will of course like select me and all of that. So I was a little too confident. So when my chroma friend got me an interview opportunity at that influencer marketing agency. I was like, hold up, this is going on right now. I'm gonna probably get selected here, so I am not sure about this thing. So if this can wait for a little bit and let me like complete stuff here and then get clarity from this acting thing, then I can come back here and give an interview. uh, and that was like my biggest mistake, but also like it was meant to happen like that, because I was not, because I was anyway a little skeptical about about working in the influencer space. But also like this thing was very exciting, so I just got really blinded by the acting thing, and then I sort of told them to wait, and then they ended up hiring somebody else. So when the acting thing literally did not work out, I went back to these people and I was like, I'm sorry, do you guys still have a job? So the founder was really nice. She was like, okay, yeah, fine, you can come. The position that I was supposed to get was of like creative strategist or something, and that was already filled up by someone else in the company who just got promoted. So I was like, good for you, but now you guys don't have an opening, shit. So then the founder was like, it's fine, I can develop a job role for you, which would, half of it would be being a creative strategist or something like that, and half of it would be client servicing. And I'm like, oh. I was like, nope. I cannot, like, I still went and gave an interview just to check the vibes, and people that recognized me weirdly, and I was so awkward. But I was like, hi, and they were like, Prachi, ho Chandani. I'm like, you know me, that's so amazing, but I'm so like anxious right now. It was a really nice interview. The office was really cute. It was in Mandra. It was really cute, and I was like, wow, so cute people. But then in my heart, I was like, I can't do client servicing. Like, I'm a creative person. I do not think I would. I'm not a very client facing person either, so I would die if I work in client servicing. Like, it was just not me. So red flags, red flags. I was like, I love you, I love your company, I love you, like the founder, but I do not love the position that I will be working in. So I said no to them, and I said thank you to them. It won't be fair for them and me to take up a job that I'm not really enjoying. And then I was again back on LinkedIn trying to find jobs, and then I came across Please See having an opening for a copywriter. So when I saw that, now I live very far, and this agency is at CST, and all other places that I had sort of looked at were in like Bandra and Worli. And one thing about me is that I do not like, first of all, I have to switch trains because I live in the central line, and the second thing is that, like, Bandra and Andheri is still fine. Worli is too corporate. I also remember giving an interview there at like Lower Parel, Worli side, whatever. Those places are too corporate for me, and then Bandra and Andheri is just little far. Because I have to. It's a little far. Like, it's too far. Like, and the thing of like switching trains and stuff was also going to be hectic. So when I figured that, okay, this, like, the agency that I work at right now, Please See is like at CST, so I just have to take one train and just like sit in it for hours, but it's fine. The commute seemed really like easy, and the job role, that the position that was open was of a copywriter. So I was like, of a junior copywriter. I thought that was perfect. I was like, okay, I'll be able to write a lot of things. Please See is I stalked them. It was a really great like agencies. I was like, okay, let me just like apply to this, and I was applying to like 100 other things as well. So when I heard back, I went there. It was a really nice experience. My interview was actually really nice. It didn't feel like an interview. It was more of like me chatting with my current manager right now, and the people were nice there. It was very sweet, and then I eventually started working there. And to my surprise, like, being a copywriter, I found out that I'm not really a good copywriter. Like, it's like writing does not come naturally to me, but like stories and ideas do. So the only outlet was to just like write it down, and I was not good at writing. I'm still not good at writing, but I'm trying. So I actually, that's when like I started getting a lot of opportunities there. Even though the vertical that I was working in, or I'm working in, is like social media, I also got opportunities in the marketing space overall, and like actual marketing things, not just like digital marketing. And I also got like mentors who are constantly like pushing me to do better, and pushing me to do like different things and stuff like that. I also gave a shot at like branding and stuff, which is what like my agency is known for. So I'm just like learning a lot more things, and I'm still doing that, which is why I'm so grateful. And I'm almost going to complete like a year next month there. So yeah, I think the jobs that you would choose also really matter if you want to do like a 9 to 5. So in conclusion, the reason that I have a 9 to 5 is because I'm learning a lot of things there, and it helps me just like it helps me do more, and also it allows me to still create content. Like I'm also grateful for people that I work around because they're also very like supportive. And I remember when I had first started creating content, it was sort of looked down upon because there was no concept of like content creators or influencers and stuff. So people were just like, oh my god, what are you doing, why are you posting these videos and stuff like that, it's so cringy and all. But right now, like all the creators and influencers have sort of set the standard that why content creation and influencing just makes so much more impact than other things. But yeah, right now people are just like starting to become content creators on their own, which I'm happy about. And like they're just more supportive and more open to like what kind of things that you create. So I'm grateful for being surrounded by people like that at my workplace. And me being me, I'm also like, you also make content, you like to do this, like post it on your Instagram or whatever it is. So I also like to nudge people to create content at my workplace. So yeah, the reason why I have a 9 to 5 and I create content is because firstly, content creation, I can never stop doing it because it's my way of having fun. It's more like, even though yes, I'm grateful for all the opportunities that it gives me, and also like the brand collaborations and stuff, like, and like me getting to attend a lot of glamorous events and stuff. It comes with like a whole set of benefits. It just helps me let loose, and it just helps me be me. So that's why like when you consume my content, it's literally just me doing anything and everything. I don't have a niche, which is also like if you're trying to be like a full-time creator, you need to have a niche. So it's a whole like technical thing, which is something that I didn't want to get into or like have in mind. I just wanted to have fun with my content. So yes, while I'm still getting a lot of like brand collaborations and stuff and opportunities to like network more there. For me, content creation has always been about having fun. So I will continue to do that no matter if I have a 9 to 5 or not. I will not be consistent with it. And someday I will just post like 100 things in one day, but I will never leave it. Like that is a no for me. But also right now, currently the 9 to 5 that I have, I am very much grateful to get like opportunities that I won't have here, right? It also like gives me financial stability, which is a big thing because being a creator, you earn money, yes, you earn lots of it, yes, more than how much you earn at a 9 to 5, but it's very unstable, almost like freelancing, unless you are like a big established creator to make it a full-time thing. I'm not an established creator, I'm still like a very chotu creator right now. So but my main focus is to have fun here, and my main focus here is to learn more things that I'm not getting to learn here. And having both of these things also give me a chance to have a whole 360 experience of it, because at my work, like I am out there like building a personality for a brand and then choosing an influencer based on like the brand that I'm working on and the ethos, and sort of like briefing creators, coming up with like concepts and stuff for creators, talking to creators, also having an opportunity to sort of like organize influencer events and stuff and like PR packages and stuff. And then here on this side, I'm getting to like experience what technically people like me create. So it's giving me like a full 360 experience. So as a creator, my 9 to 5 has helped me have like an understanding of what brands go through when they sort of ask you for a specific video, or they have like a very specific ask. And sometimes as a creator, it might not align with me, and I will get annoyed and I'll be like, why do you need this video in like just 2 days and 3 days? But it just helps me be more understanding. But also on the brand side, like I see how you guys exploit creators, especially like small creators, and how like they are exploited in so many ways. So I am there to step in and be like, shush, like stop, that is wrong, we should not be doing this for XYZ reason. So in both the places, I'm sort of like bringing my experience to the table, and I'm just making like a safe space sort of, for at least for the creator community, in how much of a capacity that I can. And whoever is trying to be like a creator and having a 9 to 5 job, let me tell you, it is going to be a little teeny bit hectic, because sometimes you might focus more on one thing or the other, but it's all in the art of like balancing it out. And it's all about like committing to it. Like, it's all about commitment, it's all about like discipline also. And these things might also change. Like, I'm not saying I'm gonna be a creator and have a 9 to 5 all my life, because I think it's just like the beginning of my career. So, and I don't know where am I gonna go, but right now where I am, I think I am learning more and I'm making a little bit of impact as well. So that's what really matters to me. In the future, things might change, which is also fine. We will see. That's future Prachi's problem. But yeah, if you are also looking to do both the things, I'm here to tell you that you can do both. Like, trust me on this. Like, even if you're worried a little bit also that, oh, how will I manage, how will I balance, like how am I supposed to do everything, if you want both, you can get both. You can get anything that you want. It's all in the art of like balancing, and also just like knowing what you want. That's what matters, because once you have figured it out in your head, figured it all out in your head, then you just have to put in the work. Yeah, so take some time, think about things, think about what you want, think about what your priorities are, and then start manifesting it. I'm not saying like you won't be confused, you'd be so confused. So I would also suggest you to like try things out, because if you are younger like I'm 23, if you're younger than me, you have so much time. Just even I have time, to be very honest. Like, you are not running out of time. You are allowed to make mistakes also, you are allowed to like experience things also. So do whatever the fuck you want. Like, literally, like, this is the time. Don't shy away from like experimenting things. And if you're like, oh my god, I'm not built for like that 9 to 5, I'm not built to have a 9 to 5, I'm not gonna be able to sustain a 9 to 5, it's gonna be so hard, all of that, I understand that. I was like that, but why not give it a shot? Like, even if you do it for like just few months. And it also really depends on like what kind of agency or company you are working at, or you're doing your 9 to 5 at. Because for some places, like a lot of places, like a lot of 9 to 5 places are a little toxic and a little weird, and the work culture is a little weird, and it's not something that's up to mark or up to your expectations and stuff like that. That's why, like, choose a place that you think you would fit, like researching well about the company that you're applying to, interviewing it. Even if you're not sure about the company, just still go and give an interview and see like what the vibe is, right? And yeah, just like a little bit of research and a little bit of like going to places and actually giving interviews, and then also talking to people who have already worked there, might really help. But my only piece of advice is like, do things, just do things. There are so many things to do, just do things, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's it. That's why I have a 9 to 5 and I'm creating content all the time. But yeah, I hope this video sort of helped you in any way, shape or form. If it did, amazing. And even if like this was very much out of your field of work or whatever it is, I hope it was like a good story time video for you. But yeah, my skincare is done. If you like more videos like that, I would also like post more stuff like that. I would also post like a lot of story times, because why not? But yeah, it was really nice being on YouTube after so long. And if you've managed to, I don't know how long this video is going to be, but if you've managed to stay here, then, but yeah, I will see you in my next video, whenever that is, whenever I'm posting it. I have no idea. Pray for me. But I'm mainly active on my Instagram, so just like follow me there for musty purposes. That's all. Bye bye.